Meet Strepies the mongoose. She's not only a survivor, but one heck of a fighter.
She definitely bosses the dogs around.
Her relentless attitude toward life is what's allowed her to thrive, but it's her grit and resourcefulness that's kept her alive. At only a few months old, Strepies had somehow lost her family and wandered right up to a local farmer.
It's very unusual for them to walk up to a human being. I've never heard of it before. Most of the times they are found. They're found injured or they're found as babies. They make a big noise because they scream for their mothers. So that's how people found them. But I've never heard of one walking up to people and wanting to be picked up. She did the right thing at the right moment.
Strepies' bold nature was on display right off the bat, and it's aided her here at Zuri Animal Orphanage in Namibia.
She adapted to Zuri life very easy. She's very intelligent, and she's just an absolute unique little character.
Now, the animals here are usually released back into the wild once they're old enough to make it on their own, but Strepies won't be going anywhere. Wild mongooses live in big social troops with an average of 20 family members, but you kinda gotta be born into them. No new members in these clubs.
It's so difficult for mongooses because they can't just join another troop. They have to be in their troop for all their life.
So instead of a proper troop, it's Erica who keeps company with Strepies. And as you can see, it's not always a walk in the park.
When we put our shoes on in the morning, she will run and bite our toes. She really thinks this is a great game.
Mongooses make terrible house guests, and they're full of energy. Strepies needs well-rounded companions. They've got to be big enough to protect her from predators, enjoy being out all day, and can deal with her bossy attitude. These sheep, Bokkie and Jellybean, might fit the bill. One day, the brave little mongoose made her move toward an unorthodox friendship. How could she win their hearts? The best way a mongoose knows how. Free grooming sessions. Mongooses are master groomers, picking off the parasites that bug their pals. And while her new besties are foraging for foliage, Strepies goes after her own snack to dine on. But she's not into leaves. She's got a spicier appetite. Wild mongooses feed mainly on high-protein beetles and millipedes, but they'll tackle most invertebrates, like scorpions. It's got a deadly stinger in the back, and growing up on her own, Strepies didn't get many lessons in how to tackle these bad boys. But Strepies don't care. She was born to take on anything, remember?
The one thing I've learned from having Strepie is to realize what a ferocious predator she is. They're not scared of scorpions at all. They see it, they eat it, they destroy it.
With two best friends by her side and daily foraging trips to look forward to, it appears this little mongoose has it made.
It's not something that I put together. She found the sheep on her own, and they found her. They found each other. They just accept her, and she just walks with them. I think they just see each other as a small little herd or a small little troop. I love watching them. I think it's the greatest thing on earth to have this interaction between these odd couple animals.
Seriously, is there anything better? Nah. The Fox and the Hound. A classic tale of friendship starring a couple of friends who would otherwise be foes. But here, at the Nuneaton and Warwickshire Wildlife Sanctuary, unlikely bonds are kind of the norm. And it all begins with Buster, president of their Fox Cub fan club.
This is Sweetbridge Scooby in here. Buster knows all the names, but I think he wants to go and see Freddie, don't you? You want to go and see Freddie? Go and see Freddie.
Now, it's important to note that Buster's a Jack Russell cross. Why does that matter? Well, back in the day, Jack Russells were actually used to flush foxes out of the ground, so bigger hunting dogs could seek and destroy them. Poor little foxes. But for whatever reason, Buster's not about that life.
They're normally hunting dogs, but there's no hunting instinct in him at all. He just adores foxes.
And lucky for him, a new little one has just arrived. This is Mabel. She was only a month old when she was rescued from a hunting operation. One believed to have been keeping fox cubs for hounds to kill as part of their hunting training. In 2004, hunting foxes with dogs was made illegal in the UK. Sadly, some hunters could care less about the law.
They only live a few weeks and they will just chuck her in with the dogs. Yeah, then that's what happens to them. So Mabel couldn't walk when we came in. What they do, they put her in small cages. They can't walk because there's no need to, because they're not going to live that long.
Foxes are big on tight-knit families, and Mabel really needed someone to help develop. This is where Buster comes in.
We introduced Buster slowly to Mabel, gradually seeing each other from a distance, walking up to her really slowly, and they finally got on well.
Mabel's now 4 months old and growing at a rapid pace, but after being caged at such an early age, her legs simply won't develop the way they should. So there's no chance she'll be able to return to the wild. Now you might be thinking, hold on, a stunted fox could make for the coolest pet in the neighborhood. And you'd be wrong. Like, dead wrong. Foxes are cute as hell, but around humans, they're pretty defensive and untrusting. Jeff's hoping Buster can help bring Mabel along, keeping her legs moving so they grow nice and strong.
Hello, Buster. Hello, Mabel. I want to get Mabel on the lead so we can take her for walks, because I want her to have all the exercise she can. I want to walk her with my dogs so she can be walked everywhere. The first step is going to be, I'm going to keep putting the clip on and on the collar just to see how she's going to be. So hopefully she's going to let me do it. Yeah, Mabel.
It's way easier said than done, but Jeff's patience and years of experience play well in these situations. Success.
It's just a slow process, that's all it is. But she'll be fine.
Although Mabel won't be returning to the wild, with her pal Buster by her side, she'll be safe and healthy at the sanctuary. And by the looks of it, she'll have some fun too.